How's it going, guys? Alex Mendez here for On Gamers, and I have the boys, and Team Caliber just won their matchup against Epsilon. It was a hard-fought battle. They ended up winning 3-0. Of course, joined with me is Neslo, as well as the beautiful Apathy. This hairline is the most crisp thing in the world, as well as Goonjar. He's working on his hairline. Bless him. Of course, so it was a great match. And, you know, one thing to take note of it was every round was very close. I mean, I understand it was your first matchup. It was the first series of the day. But talk to me about the domination first. You seemed to have been a little surprised because of the way that they were playing. And you guys really took it to them, though, at that mid-half. And then you were able to come back into it. Talk to me a little bit about that Dom game.
I mean, European teams, they got a history of coming out really aggressive, and they actually really didn't do that. They were slowing down the game. They had 2 ARs, a lot of nades. And we actually brought it back by the halftime. We were actually down by like 20 points, brought it back at half. Then we were feeling confident going to the good side. But we just kept our composure. The nades were a big factor for them. They kept getting us off beat, making big plays. But the first match.
One thing I also want to notice, you guys didn't use trophies as well, like at the I think it was like the midpoint of the first half, and then you adapted to that too. I have to say that's actually a pretty good read on your part. How did you feel, I guess, when you saw that they're just sending nades your way? You're like, all right, this is it. We just got to throw down these trophies. We just got to play aggressive on them, and hopefully Cat B, right?
I mean, yeah, like we noticed towards the second half when we were down, we were like, we got to get B. And every time I hopped on it, I got naded. And I told Sharp to bring out the trophies. Yeah. We made one big play. As soon as you Cat B on Freight Dom, it's hard to get back. And then we just played aggressive and it kept map control, and we won. Nice.
Now, of course, moving on to the Search and Destroy game, you were the little star. You were a little star there at the beginning of that game. TK is a team that I've always known to be a top-tier team, but Niagara had happened. You weren't available for that event. Champs had happened. That was unfortunate. But people seem to have forgotten that Team Caliber was a top-tier team, a top 3 team, heck, even a top 2 team for me personally. I guess, what difference do you feel just being able to play with these guys consistently has helped you, and I guess overall, how do you feel about the team?
Well, I really love this team. They all play amazing. They all have my back. And I love how sometimes they play around me. So it allows me to go to my full potential and make plays and just get a lot of kills.
Yeah. Now, the Search and Destroy game, you played really well. I mean, your hairline was just, it was like giving you magical powers. It was incredible. I guess, for those who may not be aware, what you bring to the table is that versatility in any game type, the slaying and all that stuff that we saw you with Strictly Business back in the day. Do you feel like this team has just allowed you to, you went from, I don't know, it was like a flower and blossoming. I don't know. It was a terrible, terrible reference. But do you feel like that, though? Do you feel like you've really found something where you can just bloom in this squad?
Yes, that's exactly what I found. I feel this amazing playing this team. Like I said, I get to play my full potential. Nothing's holding me back. I get to do me and not follow anyone's rules. Obviously, I like playing as a team. I listen to them a lot, but there's times where I just make my own plays and my own decisions.
Nice. Now, Goon, last guy, in case you guys don't know, Goonjar over here. I've known this dude for a very, very long time. But you had a great showing there in that Blitz matchup. Search and Destroy, most importantly, had a great 2v1, I believe, or 2-piece, just to clarify. And I guess, playing against a European team must have been very different, obviously. Are you concerned about your next matchup with Envy? How are you feeling? How are you guys feeling going into that?
To be honest, Envy, they've never been a really good respawn team, and we kind of excel in respawn. And we're still a very good Search and Destroy team, too, so I think we can take searches up Envy as well. And I'm probably expecting like a 3-0 or 3-1.
Yeah, now, obviously, I'm not going to ask the same question if you guys feel like you're going to win and blah, 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 because obviously if you think you're going to lose, you shouldn't be playing in the tournament anyway. But, going into the Envy match, what are some of the things that you're going to be looking for, in particular, Neslo, to kind of break down on their side and expose, thus giving you guys a victory?
I mean, the first thing's the vetoes. We got to see, they're really afraid to play us on our good maps. They don't even veto to play their best maps. They're afraid to play us in gun skill maps, strike zone, freight. We're not going to be playing it very often. Yeah. So we're going to have to go big in some maps that we don't play. You don't see nearly as often, Sovereign, and maybe a little Octane here and there. We'll have to see what blitz we're going to throw in. But vetoes is definitely where it starts, and then the S&D is pretty much the turning point. If we win the first search, they don't have a chance.
So this is it. Is this the event where Team Caliber finally wins the big one? Is this it, Neslo?
Yeah.
Apathy?
Yeah, this is the event I want to win, for sure.
So, X Games was great. You guys played amazing at X Games, but this is you got to win it.
I have to win it. I'm going to win it.
And you've been in TK for a very long time as well, Goon. This is, you feeling it? This is it?
Yeah, I'm title place in second, and I feel like Anaheim is going to be the first event we win.
All right, well, we're going to keep tabs on Team Caliber here at On Gamers. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the coverage. I'm Alex Mendez. We'll talk to you later.